Hi everybody, it's so good to be with you on this Saturday morning. In my world, it's sort of gloomy and overcast, but I'm looking out my window and I see all these geese flying by. It's amazing. So I wanted to offer a practice today for a reset of sorts, which every yoga practice is. Sometimes we create intentions, and you're certainly invited to create your own intention always. But here's just one suggestion. Let's think about being open and welcoming what is. I've had quite a week this week, struggling with a little bit of sinus and some other issues, and I'm finishing my semester. And fortuitously, this morning, one of my fellow seminarians posted something on my ethics. It's like a posting place where, online every week we have to post. And she posted something that really spoke to me and really spoke to my week. And it was just what I needed to hear about how when we struggle and we push against what is, she called it her willfulness. It reveals not only our vulnerability, but also the suffering that is behind it. And she says that disconnects us from our belovedness. Isn't that beautiful? And that was just what I needed to hear. So let's get reconnected to our belovedness, this yoga practice. What do you say? So sit up nice and tall. Maybe move the hip flesh out from underneath you. Find something to prop you up so you can have a long spine from the tailbone to the crown of the head. If you're comfortable, close your eyes. Take your hands and place some palms up. So we're super receptive this morning with this gesture. You can even open your fingers a little bit. Notice the sounds in your space. If you hear any geese honking out your window, just notice that. Notice the temperature of your air. Notice what's moving through your consciousness. Are there any thoughts that are particularly prevalent? See if you can invite them to take a rest. Just maybe imagine yourself picking them up, placing them in a soft basket right outside your door, letting them know they can come back after the class. We're going to start with 3 deep breaths, and then I'll offer a chant. It's a sa-ta-na-ma chant. And sa-ta-na-ma is Sanskrit for birth, life, death, and rebirth. So it's a cycle of life that happens. It's an ongoing cycle. And the yogis talk about this chant as being one that can bring us back to our center, remind us of our mortality, but also just integrate us and help us find equilibrium. And along with the chant, we take our fingers and we move them a certain way. So when we say sa, we bring our index finger to our thumb. When we say ta, the third finger comes to the thumb. Na, ring finger to thumb. And ma, pinky finger to thumb. So we just move one finger to the next as we chant. And you can forego the chant, just do the finger motions, just do the chant and not the finger motions, but give it a try and see how it works on you. Let's first take a few deep breaths here. So with the mouth closed, invite a deep inhalation through the nostrils and a slow exhalation through the nostrils. Let the belly come back into the spine. Begin again, inhale fully. And exhale completely. Inhale again. And let your exhale be long and full. And we'll begin our chant. Satanama, 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 Satanama. Just a few more. Satanama, Satanama, Satanama. Take a nice deep breath and a full exhalation. And just pause. Notice in the silence what comes up for you. Whatever that is, welcome it. And then blink your eyes open. We'll bring our palms together at the heart. Palms together in front of the heart, pressing the palms together. Lift them up and then draw them down to the heart. So as you inhale, extend your arms long in front of you, keeping those shoulders plugged in. As you exhale, lift them up and send them down to the heart. I'll just take a couple more here. Inviting some length in the spine. And on this next lift of the arms, take your gaze up, take your palms, flip them, and take them behind you. Point your fingers towards you, take a lean back. Open your heart toward the sky. See if you can straighten your arms a little bit. Use the strength of your arms to give yourself a gentle back bend, opening the throat. And then on your exhalation, sit up. Bring your palms together and draw your belly into your spine. Bring your hands to your heart center. Let your shoulders round forward. Chin comes to chest. Good. When you're ready, send your arms forward. Take them back behind you. Lift your heart. Lean back. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, sit up. Round yourself forward. Draw your belly into your spine. And then let your hands come to heart center. Sit up nice and tall. Take your chin down to your chest. Just make some gentle circles, going in whatever direction feels intuitive. Intuitively right or left. Go the other way. Excellent. Take your fingers, walk them out to the side. See how far you can walk your fingers out. And then leave one hand on the floor. Take the other and lift it up and overhead. And then sweep it forward. Palm open. And then take it to the other side. Good. And so you're welcoming whatever is. Good. Take it a couple more times. You can lean a little more. You can come forward a little bit more. Just get kind of intuitive with your movement. So decide what works for you. And then when you're ready, sit up tall again. We'll take the shoulders, roll them back and down a few times. Work the kinks out. And then release your legs, send them long. Give your legs a little pat. Thank them for being there for us. Point and flex your feet a couple of times, release the ankles. And then draw your legs in close to the body. Give yourself a nice big hug. Squeeze those legs in toward you. Good. And then open up your arms, reverse that hug. And then bring your feet together in Badakanasana. We're going to take our thumbs and give our feet a little massage. So get into that arch of the foot, the ball of the foot, the heel. Good. And make sure you get the top of the foot. Excellent. And then we're going to gently, gingerly pick up the left foot, take the fingers of the right hand and weave them into each toe. Now this is not easy, especially if your toes are close together like mine are. Yeah, see if you can get that pinky toe between the pinky finger between the pinky toe and the fourth toe. Yeah, see if you can do that and then just maybe rock your baby a little bit. You can take your toes and move them forward and back. Yeah. Maybe circle them out. We're just getting our foundation prepared for our hatha practice. Good. We'll switch feet. Take your right foot lovingly in your hand. See if you can weave those left fingers between your toes. One might be easier, and then, oh yeah, give it a little circle, move it forward and back. Good. Pay attention to our toes. Our toes need love too. Good. When you're ready, come back into Badakanasana. We'll take one forward fold, coming forward only as far as you are ready this morning. Saying good morning to your hips. You can prop your blocks underneath your legs if you like. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. You can round your shoulders forward. You can come forward a little bit more if that feels good. Just keep your breath smooth and slow. Notice what's going on in your neck. Soften there. On that next exhalation, take your hands to the outsides of your legs. Move any props that are there and slowly draw your legs in to one side. Let's take our legs to the left. We'll take a gentle mermaid twist. So the right hand goes behind us. The left hand can go on the outside of this right leg. Lengthen your spine, inhale, and on your exhale, take that gaze toward the right shoulder. Good, nice big breath in. Nice long breath out. Let's take one more breath. And use the exhale to slowly unwind. Take your hands over to the other side. Maybe you twist a little more toward that left shoulder. Good. And come forward. We'll take the legs over to the other side, mermaid. Little mermaid. Take your left hand behind you, and your right hand to the outside of the left leg. Gaze over that left shoulder. Good. Breathe in. Take it easy with your neck. Breathe out. And let's take one more full breath as we lengthen the spine. And the exhale unwinds us to our counter stretch. Just take your fingertips to the other side. Take a gentle twist from this left rib cage over toward that right shoulder. Good. And now we're ready to rise up. Yes, we are. So Let's take our blanket out of the way or pad your knees as you come into your tabletop. If you're on a hard surface under your mat, please do pad your knees. It's so much nicer. So knees under hips, hands under shoulders, dip the belly. Let's work through a few cat-cows just to warm up the spine this morning. On your exhale, bring that belly into the spine, really round. On your inhale, shine your heart forward, look forward, lift your tailbone. Good, move with your breath. Good, keeping those shoulders away from the ears, spine moving forward and back. So good. This is always available to us in a seated position if your knees just will not comply this morning. Find stillness on the next opportunity, Sophie, shake it out. Leave your right hand on the floor as you sweep your left arm up. See if you can follow it with your gaze. And on your exhalation, thread it through under that right hand. So palm face up, left temple comes to the floor. Thread that needle. Take an inhale, release the right hand. See if you can send it long past the left hand, and then press your left hip back. So as you press into the floor, the left hip, you can send your left hip a little farther back. Good. On your inhale, sweep your right arm up. Good. And on your exhale, right hand comes to the mat. Inhale the left arm up and exhale it down. Good. It wasn't as complicated as I made it, so let's see what happens on this next time. So keep the right hand where it is. Inhale, left arm up. No, sorry. Left hand where it is. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right arm under left. Lower the right temple to the floor. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale it down to the floor. See if you can reach it past the right hand and press the hips back to square if they've scooched in any direction. Good. Inhale, lift that arm back up. Exhale, send the left hand to the mat. Inhale, right arm lifts. Follow it with your gaze. Exhale, back to tabletop. Let's turn the fingers toward us. Get a little stretch of the forearms before we come into our downward facing dog. So lean your hips back if you like. You don't have to go far. You feel it right away. Good. When you're ready, hands come a little bit forward of where they were. Keep spreading those fingers and press into all the joints. Tuck those stretched out toes. Get a nice stretch of your feet. Begin to lift your legs off the floor until your hips rise up in that inverted V, your downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Take your gaze back toward your belly button, your knees, somewhere back there. Tuck your shoulders in. Good. So head under heart. Sinuses might be an issue here. We might get some movement. So you might want to have a tissue handy or know where they are. Come up on your toes and lower your heels. Toes and heels. One more time, toes. We're going to have nice stretched out toes. Lower your heels. Take a big breath in, look forward. Take your first walk to the front of your mat. Release your wrists. So just circle out those wrists. Let them relax. Either keep them on the floor or on blocks, or reach for your ragdoll, hands to elbows. And just let your head dangle, keeping the knees bent as much as you need to. Again, the head below the heart is super nourishing for us, but also can be a little sinus drainage inducing. So when you're ready, bend your knees. Let's get out of that situation. Root to rise. Reach on up. Get long. And let your palms come together. Come to mountain pose. Let any dizziness or lightheadedness subside as we come into our first mountain pose. So let your palms face forward and let your shoulders draw back. Feel the strength of those shoulder blades drawing toward one another. And as you draw your kneecaps up, you can feel your legs engaged, your glutes engaged. Draw your belly into your spine. Tuck your chin. And find a spot on your wall that you can use for today. Something that will give you stability as you bring your weight into your right foot. Let's both do that. Let's both. All of us do that. And see what happens when we lift our left leg. So we'll have a lot more practice with our balance, but you might reach for your left shin. And keep your drishti and keep your cool. Welcoming whatever is. So if we're falling out, if we're wobbling, let's just appreciate that. Take one more breath in and lower that left foot down. Rock it out. Come back to your mountain pose. Inhale, reach up with the arms. Look up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Forward fold. Inhale, come to your half table, halfway lift, looking forward on the floor, and then exhale, forward fold. As we inhale, root to rise, reach up, and bring your weight immediately into your left foot. Let's bring our hands down to that right shin, and just check in with our balance here. Good, looking at your drishti, breathing through the wobbly, enjoying every aspect of this challenge here. Welcoming what is. It's all good, right? Take one more breath in. Lower the right foot to the floor. Sophie, shake it out. Let's begin again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to blocks or floor. Inhale, root to rise. Bring your weight into your right foot. Lift the left foot. Good. This time, instead of reaching for your shin, we're going to send the left foot way back, coming into our crescent lunge. So hands can come to heart, or we can reach up and come into a full crescent. Good. So the left heel is up. The right foot is firmly planted with the right knee over the right ankle. Good. Breathe in. And then let's take the right arm back, the left arm forward. Take a twist, another balance challenge. Good. So we're going to take our gaze wherever we can. Find a drishti somewhere toward that right arm. So keeping a drishti somewhere on something that's not moving. Good. Breathe in, send your arms back up. Crescent lunge. Breathe out, bring your hands to heart center. Come forward, send your arms back. Be a flying yogi. Yeah. And then we're going to gently think about shifting our weight back into our right leg, using the strength of our arms, and come back into mountain pose. When you're ready, come on up, hands to heart center. Shake out that right hip. Let everything settle here. So if there's any lightheadedness or anything, let your breath come back to equilibrium. Why is that so hard to say today? Take a nice big full breath and exhale it out. Good. One more breath in. Find your drishti again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive forward. Good. Inhale to that halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold again. Bend your knees, root to rise. Reach up, bring your weight into your left foot this time. Lift your right leg. Hold on to your drishti, wherever it is. Good. Instead of reaching for our shin, we're going to take our right foot way back, come into our crescent lunge. So hands can be at heart center, or pinkies can draw together as you frame your ears in your crescent. Good, nice stretch for the hip flexor, but breathe through it. Try to keep that left knee over the left ankle. Super good. When you're ready, right arm comes forward, left arm peels back. Take your twist. Find a drishti on this side, somewhere over here, so you can give your neck a stretch as you find something to gaze at that's not moving. Yeah, it's challenging. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. On your next breath in, bring your left hand back. Take your arms back. Become a flying yogi. Draw those shoulders away. See if you can squeeze your shoulder blades a little bit more. Bring that weight into the left leg, left foot. If it already wasn't, your hip might be feeling it. And then we're going to think about flying that right leg forward to meet the left. So maybe a little jump. Come on forward. Mountain pose. Inhale, big inhale, reach up. Look up at your fingertips, lean back. And exhale, hands to heart center. We'll just take a pause here in mountain. Let everything settle. Find that equanimity. Feel your right and left sides readjusting. Maybe reassess your drishti. Take another nice big breath and let it go. Good. Shake that out. Shake your right hand right and left. Shake your left hand up and down. Laugh about it. Shake your left hand left and right. Shake your right hand up and down. Have a good laugh about that. And then come back to center. Send your palms up to the ceiling. Take a nice side bend to the right. Keep pressing into both feet. Inhale as you come back up. Exhale, lean to the left. Good. Inhale back up to center. We're going to bend the knees, sink our hips down, come into our chair pose. So draw those shoulders into the sockets. See if you can sink down a little bit more. Press your toes into the floor. Press all four sides of your feet into the floor. Feel that strength in your calf muscles holding you up. Again, find your drishti. And then bring your weight into your left foot. Step your right foot all the way back. And we're in crescent lunge again. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's take that twist to the left. Right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale and exhale. On your inhale, left arm comes back. Fly. Inhale. And exhale. Good. On your next breath in, reach your arms up, open up warrior two on this side. So send the fingertips out from the shoulders. You might readjust your legs so that that left heel is intersecting with the right middle of the right foot. Flip that palm, come into a peaceful warrior. Excellent. And on your exhalation, we're going to come all the way down to the floor. Hands plant, right foot spins. Send the left foot to meet the right. Get really solid in your core, because we're going to lower down super slowly. Always the option to lower your knees and then lower your torso. Come on down. So if you're ready, come forward ever so slightly. Start bending your elbows. Use the strength of your biceps and triceps and core to lower down as slowly as you can. Good. Let the tops of the feet rest So if you shake it out, and just take a moment. Good, breathe in, breathe out. Nice, breathe in again, and breathe out. Third time's a charm. Take a nice deep breath, fullest ever. And exhale any way you like, through the mouth or the nose. Just let it go. Feel that lower back release. Bring your forehead to the floor. Let the hands come to the outsides of the shoulders. Squeeze the elbows in. Come into your cobra. Shine your heart, just lifting, taking a gentle back bend. So be gentle, especially if you have any back issues today. Lower down. We'll take the second one, maybe coming a little bit higher. Breathe in. Lower down on your exhale. On this next one, think about it. We're going to come on up through table, or just tuck your toes and come up to downward facing dog. No just. It's real. So when you're ready, press into your hands, lift yourself up, come through your cobra, your table, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Good. Let your downward dog be a rest as much as possible. Lengthen the spine, relax the jaw, relax the back of the neck. Good. Breathe in. Maybe come up on your toes a few times. Breathe out. Find some stillness. And then think about moving forward to the front of your mat. So how's it going to be? How's it going to be? You're going to jump, you're going to skip, you're going to hop, you're going to walk. Meet us at the front of the mat in your forward fold. Release your wrists. Good. Inhale, root to rise. Reach all the way up. Let your palms come to heart center. Let's pause in our mountain, standing mountain. Release your wrist, draw your arms down toward the floor, fingertips reaching, shoulders away from the ears. Good, breathe in and breathe out. Excellent. When you're ready, inhale, reach up, flip your palms, lean to the left. Inhale back to center and lean to the right. Good. Inhale, reach up, send those fingertips up, and exhale, swan dive. Last time, bend your knees as much as you need to. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach up. And exhale, sit down in your chair. Draw those pinkies toward one another. Let the shoulders relax away from the ears. Sink down a little bit more. Feel those quads. Feel those glutes turning on. Good feeling, right? Excellent. Breathe in. And on your exhalation, hands can come to heart. Send that left leg long. We'll come back into our crescent. Reach the arms up. Good. Shine your heart. Good. Breathe in. And breathe out. On your exhalation, take your right arm back, your gaze with it. Left arm forward, twist. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice big breath. And then come back forward into your crescent. Send your arms back, fly. Good, leaning in. Keeping that knee over the ankle so we're not pressing the knee forward. Good, breathe in. Nice open heart. Excellent. On your exhalation, instead of what you thought was going to happen. Oh no, wait, I'm sorry. We got to open up into warrior two. Let's do that. Let's send that right arm forward, the left arm back. There's still time. There's still plenty of time. Flip that right palm. Take your peaceful warrior. Good. Lean back. And on your exhalation, bring your hands to frame that right foot. Spin the back foot so it's facing forward. We're going to send that right foot over to the right side of the mat. Reach for whatever props you can get a hold of. All of them are preferable. I'm going to use my blanket. Lower your left knee to the floor. Lower the left foot to the floor. We're going to come into a lizard pose. This is a great stretch for the hips and the inner thighs. So let's try to welcome it with whatever we've got. So you can lower your arms down. You can stack up your blocks and your blankets on top. You can just make a pyramid. You can do whatever you like. Look, there's a lot you can do with these props to bring you the support you need. And oh, that's nice. Once you land in your sweet spot, we're going to take about 5 breaths here so we can really appreciate this lizard. We can welcome it. Let your chin bow, chin come to the chest, open up the back of the throat. Make sure your shoulders aren't hunching, undoing all the good we've done. And let's come to some breaths. Nice, slow, deep, nourishing, relaxing breaths. Help us to welcome this lizard into our practice. So good. This is one of the shapes in yoga that always makes me feel so good the next day. I just feel like my legs are so stretched out, and if I have any muscle soreness from working out, this one will always just do the trick. So let's see if we can welcome some of those benefits. Send the breath where it needs to go. Wherever you're feeling tension, see if you can invite a softness. And if you just don't feel like you're affecting any change with your breath, swallow in your throat. See if that helps. Relax the jaw. Relax the back of the neck. Equanimity. Even saying the word just helps me to relax. Let's take one more breath together. Nice, big, deep, full inhalation. Filling all the nooks and crannies of the lungs on the back side of the body. We may not have thought of that. And then a deep, full exhalation as we take our hands to the mat. Scoot your props not far, but out of the way. Tuck your left toe. Lift your hips up as you send your right foot back. Come on into a downward facing dog. And it might feel good to take some hip circles here. Might feel good to just walk the dog. Good. And then find stillness. See if you can straighten your legs a little bit more. Lower your heels to the floor a little bit more. Take a big breath. Look forward and think about sending that left foot forward into your lizard. And then you can send that right leg back, lower the knee. Always the option to pad the knees. You can use some of your props in one place, some of your props in another. Use your props. Accept whatever support is offered. It's part of welcoming what is, right? Sometimes it's hard. Our willfulness gets in the way, right? So let yourself surrender here somewhat in this lizard. Notice where you feel the tension, where you're feeling the stretch. If it's more than sensation, you're going to want to back off. And one way of doing that is just, you can let that left knee kind of splay out. So maybe even the right side of the left foot comes up off the mat a little bit. I think that's perfectly acceptable. Just find that stretch, that place that works for you. And then see if you can settle in. Close your eyes. Take a nice big breath. Long exhalation. And then a few more of those. Nice deep, slow rounds of breath. Just get that parasympathetic nervous system kicked in if it hasn't already. Soften the jaw. Swallow in the throat if that helped on the other side. Just relax the brow and the face. Maybe even a little smile would help. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take one more big breath together. Fill up the back side of the lungs again. Imagine every nook and cranny filling up. See if you can feel those lungs expanding. And then a slow exhalation brings your hands to the floor, props, scooch out of the way. Tuck your right toe. Send your left leg back into your downward facing dog. Decide what works on this side, so maybe it's a few rounds of hip circles. And then lower that foot to the floor. Just a pass through downward facing dog. And then a slow walk, lowering your knees, slow descension, whatever. Come on down, find a seat, reach for your props, put them in front of you. And then we're going to take ourselves to the length of our mat. So bringing our legs to the length. We're going to take one wide leg forward fold, because that's going to feel nice and yummy after that lizard, I hope. I pray. So prop yourself up as needed. You can even take this blanket, prop it up behind your behind, or you can use it in front of you. You can use your blocks in front of you. Find your sweet spot where you're feeling the stretch in the inner thighs and the hips, and it feels good to you. And then on your exhalation, just descend forward. You can flex your feet if you want to engage your entire leg, which may help you soften into this pose. And let's take 5 breaths together. Relax the back of the neck. Notice if you're holding that tension. See if you can soften it. You can let the chin come down to the chest, and the shoulders just come forward. You can rest your palms up if you like that open expansiveness. Good. See if you can slow down your breath a little bit more. Let's take 2 more breaths. Make the final one the biggest one ever. Challenge yourself. Fill up those lungs. So good for us. If you have an iWatch, it won't know what to do because it won't have to tell you to breathe. It'll be like, what? Take those props out of the way as you come up. Let's bring our legs together, whatever way works, and then send your legs long on your mat. Come on down to your back. Lower yourself down. Take a full body stretch. And then hug those knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Take some circles. Massage the sacrum. I'm grateful my sinuses got moving, but they didn't make me cough today. That's a good sign. Things are looking up. Hug your knees into your chest. Take your knees over to the right side, open your left arm out to a T, turn your gaze in that direction, and see if you can soften that left shoulder. Close your eyes. Breathe into this twist and see if you can surrender a little bit more. See if you can let this twist just do its work. Try not to resist it. Don't let your willfulness get in the way of your belovedness. Take another breath in. See if you can let go somewhere. Just know this twist is doing good work, detoxification, sending blood flow, all the good things. Draw your knees back into your chest, squeeze them in, give yourself a hug, and then send them to the other side. Open up the right arm, turn your gaze in that direction. See if you can soften here. You can. I have faith in you. Take a nice full breath and let your exhalation soften you wherever there is left to be softened, anywhere. And then draw your knees back into your chest. Send them long on your mat. Let your feet splay out. Cover yourself up or bring a blanket to your belly or the crook of your neck if you like. Let your arms reach out, palms face up again. Let's be receptive. Let's tuck those shoulder blades underneath us and find that perfect, sweet Shavasana corpse pose. Surrendering, welcoming what is, allowing this practice to settle into our bones, our mind, our body, and our spirit, and just be here. This is from John O'Donohue's To Bless the Space Between Us. For equilibrium. Like the joy of the sea coming home to shore, may the relief of laughter rinse through your soul. As the wind loves to call things to dance, may your gravity be lightened by grace. Like the dignity of moonlight restoring the earth, may your thoughts incline with reverence and respect. As water takes whatever shape it is in, so free may you be about who you become. As silence smiles on the other side of what's said, may your sense of irony bring perspective. As time remains free of all that it frames, may your mind stay clear of all that it names. May your prayer of listening deepen enough to hear in the depths the laughter of God. Begin to deepen the breath. Bring small movements to the body. Wiggle fingers, toes. Let your eyelashes flutter. And as you're ready, roll to one side. Just pause in that fetal position. Allow yourself to transition slowly and gracefully to this new space we are taking up, we are embarking upon. And when you're ready, use the strength of your arms to bring you to a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. Legs can extend forward or crisscross, applesauce, Sukhasana. And then as you arrive, let your eyes close and take a moment to notice your body. Is it feeling a little more expansive, a little more open? A little more willingness to accept, to welcome what is. When you're ready, reach your arms out and up for all the goodness. Let your palms come down into prayer. Let your chin come down to your chest. Take a moment to bow to your own goodness, your own tenacity, your own belovedness. Take a big breath in and think of someone who could use a prayer to remind them of their belovedness. Send it out. Thank you all for practicing. It's always a joy to be with you and to practice with you. Namaste.